Today we wanted to talk about our Oklahoma proven selections for this year. And we'd like to start with our collector's choice, which is the Chinese date, or jujube. Ziziphus is the genus. It's a wonderful tree. As you can see that we have some here on campus. They're actually very ornamental, but the added benefit is they have edible fruits as well. So the foliage is very beautiful. It's a glossy green. The tree has a nice graceful habit because it has drooping or arching branches. The branches are also in a zigzag pattern. And then the foliage can be a nice bright yellow in the fall time. But the best part, of course, is the fruit. So you can see here we have a couple of fruit, and actually these are about in the ripened stage. When they are green and starting to turn to a reddish brown, they have a nice consistency like an apple. So they're nice and crisp. And then they have a single stone in the middle. As they continue to mature, they get more reddish brown in color, and when they're fully mature, they'll actually start to wrinkle. And they'll have kind of like, a date-like flavor and appearance to them, thus the other common name of Chinese date. So these trees are actually pretty tough. They will do very well under a wide range of soil conditions, though they really don't like heavy clay soils and poorly drained soils. They'll tolerate a little bit of drought tolerance once they get established, but they respond very well to some added, irrigation throughout the summer months. They're also really pest-free plants. Our tree for this year is the genus Keon Anthis, which is the fringe tree. As you can see here, it can be actually a small or a large shrub, and can grow into a small tree. And it can be multi-stemmed, as we see here, or it can actually be trained into a single-stemmed tree as well. The neat thing about the Keon Anthis is that we have a native species, Keon Anthis virginicus, which is native to Oklahoma. And then there's a Chinese cousin that's also very popular in the trade. But the nice thing about these plants is they have nice dark green glossy leaves that can also turn yellow in the fall time. The spectacular part of these plants are the spring flowers. Actually late spring, early summer, they have these terminal flowers that are long, kind of frilly looking, fringy looking, and they're nice creamy white. So when this plant's in flower, this whole thing is just covered with white, beautiful flowers. And then from those flowers, we can also get some fruit. So actually, Keon Anthis is male and female trees. Though some of them will have perfect flowers on them as well. And so if you have a female or has a plant that has perfect flowers on it, you'll get these little tiny fruits that follow, kind of bluish black in color. And these are also great for wildlife. Our shrub for this year is the Sable Miner, or dwarf palmetto. It is the only plant in the palm family that's actually native to Oklahoma. And it's found growing in southeastern Oklahoma, as well as Texas, Arkansas, and Louisiana, in very wet soils, actually swampy soils. So it tolerates wet soils very well. It tolerates shade really well. And it's just a tough plant. It's kind of a slow growing palm, but it can, over time, if conditions are right, just reach probably about 8 or 10 feet tall. Our annual is Crosandra, or firecracker flower. This plant is actually native to Sri Lanka and that area, very tropical. In fact, in its native habitat, it can reach to be a 2 to 4 foot shrub, woody shrub. But here it's an annual, and you can see it has beautiful, bright, glossy green leaves and these beautiful, frilly orange flowers. In this case, I think this is probably marmalade or orange marmalade, which is a very popular cultivar right now within the Crosandra. But it also comes in red and tangerine colors, and even a yellow form as well. They will do really well, as you can guess, in full sun and our humidity, but they also tolerate some bright shade. Our perennial for this year is the genus Asclepias, which is the milkweeds. And these have gained a lot of attention recently because of the concern for our monarch butterfly habitats. In Oklahoma, we have over 24 species of Asclepias. They grow throughout the whole state, and each one of them is important to pollinators and especially the monarch butterflies. They grow in wide varieties of soils and conditions. There's some that grow in wet soils, some that grow in drier soils. They're very drought tolerant. And a lot of them provide both the food for the larva of the monarch butterfly, as well, of course, as the nectar, which is energy that they need when they are migrating. Well, these are our plants for this year, but we have a whole list of plants that go back as far as 1999 when we began this program. So if you want more information about these and other plants that we have promoted over the years, visit our website or go and contact your county extension office.
We hope you enjoyed this video. It's part of our Oklahoma Gardening YouTube channel. You can also find even more videos on our OK Gardening Classics YouTube channel. And join us on social media for great gardening tips, photos, and discussion.